to the Muslim Viewpoint, a video podcast powered by the national nonprofit media platform American Muslim Today. I'm Maya Gayler, and here are the latest developments from Capitol Hill. President Donald Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill cleared the House Budget Committee last Sunday evening, reversing a failed attempt on Friday. The vote succeeded after four conservatives who initially opposed the legislation switched their votes to present, despite the bill remaining largely unchanged. Democratic members of the committee questioned what, if any, changes had been made since Friday's failed vote. Chairman Jody Arrington of Texas confirmed that the legislation was unchanged, adding that the process remains fluid and further changes may be introduced in the House Rules Committee. The legislation proposes to extend the 2017 tax cuts and introduce new ones, including eliminating taxes on tips. It also increases funding for oil drilling, immigration enforcement, and the military. Friday's opposition from conservatives was based on the bill's delayed implementation of Medicaid work requirements scheduled to begin in 2029, and what they viewed as insufficient rollbacks of renewable energy credits. Democrats have strongly criticized the proposed cuts to Medicaid and the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, as a means to fund the tax cuts. With a narrow majority in the House and just 53 seats in the Senate, Republicans plan to use the budget reconciliation process to pass the bill. This approach allows legislation related to the budget to pass with a simple majority. Despite helping the bill advance, some conservatives continue to express reservations. Representative Chip Roy of Texas, a member of the House Freedom Caucus, praised the bill's progress but reiterated his concerns about Medicaid and energy policy. He cited the recent downgrade of the U.S. credit rating as further reason for urgency. However, the bill still faces internal challenges. Some Republican representatives from states with Democratic leadership are demanding changes to the state and local tax deduction cap introduced in the 2017 tax law. Others are expected to push for deeper spending cuts or oppose drastic changes to Medicaid. On Sunday, May 18th, the Budget Committee reconvened to review the same bill that had failed on May 16th by a 16-21 vote. The success came through a narrow 17-16 margin, aided by the four present votes. Republicans continue to pursue near unanimous support to advance the package, which aims to address the national debt, now at $36.2 trillion. Representative Ralph Norman of South Carolina opposed the original version due to the delayed Medicaid work requirements and ongoing eligibility for undocumented immigrants. Ahead of Sunday's meeting, Norman emphasized his need for concrete revisions. House Speaker Mike Johnson remains optimistic, targeting a full House vote by week's end. He acknowledged internal disagreements and some more details would be finalized during the week. The proposed bill includes extended new tax cuts such as exemptions for tips, overtime pay, and auto loan interest. It also allocates funds for immigration enforcement and defense spending. To achieve $880 billion in saving over 10 years, the bill proposes steep cuts to Medicaid and SNAP. Changes to SNAP would increase state responsibility for benefit and administrative costs starting in fiscal year 2028 and raise the work requirement age from 54 to 64 for able-bodied adults. While the bill passed committee narrowly, key figures like Representative Roy stated that the legislation still falls short. The House Freedom Caucus and others are pushing for faster implementation of Medicaid changes and stronger measures against clean energy incentives. Speaker Johnson confirmed that some details are still being worked out, but said he is confident the bill will move forward. Further negotiations are expected before the bill hits the House floor. Democrats, meanwhile, maintain their opposition. Representative Jim Clyburn of South Carolina criticized the proposal as harmful to working Americans, despite acknowledging the importance of balancing the budget. As negotiations continue, Republican lawmakers also face pressure from moderates regarding changes to Medicaid and SNAP, and from their colleagues in high-tax states who want to raise the current $10,000 cap on state and local tax deductions. Proposals include raising the cap to $30,000 for joint filers or even higher for certain income brackets. Chairman Arrington confirmed that deliberates are ongoing and will likely continue up to the point the bill is presented to the full House. If passed in the House, the legislation will move to the Senate, where further revisions are expected, potentially complicating its path back through the House. That's it for today's legislative update. Thank you for joining me on Muslim Viewpoint. If you value our public service journalism, please support American Muslim Today, a 501c3 nonprofit, by following us on social media at American Muslim Today or donating at AmericanMuslimToday.com. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm Maya Gayler.